Hi, grade 10. So today's topic is bearings. You haven't done this yet. And basically what a bearing is it's a measure of one point to another point that is going clockwise from a north line, okay? So it has its origins in navigation, and there we're always counting clockwise from a certain point, okay? So here we would say that the bearing of A from B is 113 degrees because you would draw this north line and then you would go clockwise. Here we would say that the bearing of A from B, so from, draw a north line and then go clockwise, and then bearing of A from B is 49 degrees. Before we start on the problems, we do need to just beware of the parallel line theorem, as this parallel angle properties that this young lady is reminding us here. And hopefully you remember from doing these in middle school, where if you have two parallel lines that are what we call co-interior, maybe you learned it as a C pattern, and that is those two angles are going to add up to 180 degrees, okay? As opposed to if you have this Z pattern that maybe you learned, so like this, it can really go in any direction, then those angles that are contained by the Z, they are called alternating and they are the same, okay? So these ones are the same. So just keep those in mind, the C pattern and the Z pattern, and the last one was the F pattern. So let's try a problem. So we've got an aircraft that flew 10 kilometers south, okay, and 6 kilometers west. Okay, what is the bearing from the starting point? So starting point is here, the airplane is here now. So from is your most important word. So we are just going to draw a north line. So from start, draw a north line, and then the airplane is now here. So we're going to go clockwise and just go until we hit a line that the airplane is on, okay? So we're after this angle. This is the bearing. Okay, well, this is a straight down line, so that's 180 degrees, but what we have to do first is we have to find this angle right here. Okay, back to right angle trig. From the angle of reference, this is opposite, and then this is actually the 10, sorry, sloppy diagram. This is the adjacent, so OA, so we're gonna have tangent of my angle is 6/10. So the theta, remember we need to use the arctan. Oh, I pressed 10. Sorry, apologies. Arctan. See, this would have been a very tiny number, and I know that that doesn't make any sense for it to be my angle. Sometimes mistakes are good learning opportunities, right? Well, always. Okay, so our angle is 30.96. Now be careful, that's not our bearing, that's just this angle right here. So perhaps now you see how to do that. And our bearing from the point is going to be 180 plus this answer. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and add 180 to it. Okay, and so we have 210.96. This is a degree, so if you didn't want to split hairs, then you could absolutely put 211, since 100th of a degree is just ever so small. Okay, so again, aircraft bearing from a point. Always go clockwise. All right, let's try the next one. So we've got the Pattaya is on a bearing. So here she is, of 154 from Bangkok. Okay, so from, there was a north line drawn here, and then it was drawn until the line that Pattaya is on. find the Bangkok's bearing from Pattaya. So now we go to Pattaya, draw a north line, and then we go clockwise. So this is what we are after. Okay, we don't know, but remember what I said. Keep in mind your parallel line theorems, because every north line will be parallel to every other north line, okay? So what we can do here is we know that these two are going to add up to 180. So if we subtract that, then we're going to get 26 degrees for this little angle, and we need this whole angle. So therefore, our bearing is going to be 360 minus 26. What's that? 340, 334? Okay, so thinking clockwise, time-wise, you've almost completed the circle until you've landed on this person. Okay, one more. A ship set sails from a port P, and then it sails due east. When you hear due east, that means exactly east. So you're just going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line. Okay. There's my P. There's my Q. Okay. From Q, the ship sails due south. 13.5 kilometers rather, and then it's at R. It then returns and heads back to P. Okay, just going that way. Find the bearing of P from R. All right, we've got our from. And so what we're going to do, you can pause it and try it on your own now, yeah? Feel free to always do that and then check against the screencast. It takes a bit longer, but it's very much a worth it approach. Okay, so find the bearing of P from R. So tuck, and then just until you hit the line that P is on. So this is what we're after. See if you can complete this now. So the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need our inner one. The reason we need that is because that's something that we can actually find, as opposed to the outside right now we can't, okay? So then my 16 is going to be my opposite, adjacent, and OA. Okay, now very carefully, we are going to use arctan. Okay, and we're getting 49.84 degrees. All right, now to find the bearing. The whole circle is 360 degrees, and we're just going to subtract our answer from that. So I'm going to go 360 minus, and go ahead and just paste that. And we've got 310. Or about 310 degrees. Okay, so just the two key things from today, and that is north from point, and then go clockwise until the line. Bearings are tricky, so you might need to watch this again. You might need to redo those problems again. This is absolutely normal. Bye-bye.